Did you see Demi Moore last night?
Not personally, but I did see the photos today.
Oh my God. We have to talk about that
50.
today. Have to talk about Demi, have to talk about Lindsay, have to talk about what women want and your live advice here on Game Over. I'm Charles D'Orlando.
And I'm Lisa Stedman, and you are watching Game Over TV, the street smart self-help show. And we got a dish about what's hot, and I'm more talking about the hot mess that is Demi Moore right now.
What's hot?
OMG. Okay, I just happened to be perusing my celebrity gossip this morning online, and
First time for that, right?
Oh my God, I'm addicted, people. It's scary bad. I need to go to rehab. So does Demi Moore, Lindsay Lohan, and Amanda Bynes, apparently. Holy shiznit.
Well,
what do you call them? Celebrity
rehags.
Rehags.
You know,
ladies gotta get it
all right,
together.
So let's do this two ways, right? Let's get all catty and talk about what's going on,
Right.
and then let's talk about the implications.
Yeah, then let's get too legit to quit. Okay, so Demi
is approaching 50. Nothing wrong with that age.
She's 50, I think.
But you're not 21.
Don't wear a romper, number one, and number two, stop trying to be your daughters.
Well, yeah, the only reason I think a woman at 50 years old would wear a romper is so she could get romped. Isn't that about it?
That's it.
She's becoming a train wreck. Demi, like, you spent $250,000 on your plastic surgery.
Vagina.
Yeah. Labiaplasty.
Fake. I mean, you look amazing, right? And I hope so for all that
she looks
money.
great, right?
Yeah.
But now she's out there acting. I mean, is she the new Lindsay Lohan?
Oh, Lindsay, getting in bar fights. Like, okay, I hate to say this because I don't like to make death predictions, but I'm imagining that I'm going to read Lindsay's obituary in the next 6 months online on like Yahoo one morning, and I think that's tragic. Who the F is in these people's lives? Amanda Bynes.
Amanda's in the same place, and she got through when it came to childhood stars. She made it through, but then she hit 21. So this is all the catty part, right? And everybody's aware of celebrity gossip, but let's talk about what this really means implication-wise.
Well, so if I were in the limelight like these ladies, my parents would be all over my butt.
Well, and that's what pisses me off. Like, we could throw Whitney Houston in here, too.
Yes!
Okay? These people...
Anna Nicole.
Well, yeah. I mean, these people all have entourages and people around them. Where the hell are they? Where the hell are they saying, by the way, you're a train wreck?
Yeah, we're the non-yes men. Because there's plenty of people going, oh, honey, you look great in that. Yeah, honey, go out and drink that even though you just went to rehab 5 days ago.
Right.
But where are the people who actually give a shit about, like, their well-being?
No doubt. And that's what astounds me with this whole thing. So we can get all catty with the front end, but the reality is that we're talking about 3 women who have a complete lack of self-esteem and self-worth.
Yeah.
Demi's still reeling and on the rebound. You know?
Well, and I mean, if you imagine her point of view, like Ashton and Mila are gallivanting all over the world now, and so if you're watching that, of course you're going to feel like, oh my God, I got to go get a hot boy toy. But honey, find yourself first.
Right.
Go back to Kabbalah.
Well, that's what Jennifer Aniston did. She didn't go gallivanting around.
Love that.
And they had a horrible breakup.
Oh my God, he ditched her for like the most gorgeous, well, I don't think she's the most gorgeous, but one of the most gorgeous women on the planet, allegedly.
Yeah, all right.
Angelina Jolie.
But that's really my point, right? So I mean, she handled it in a different way. What we're really talking about is lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, you know?
And so let's take this now to regular women. Ladies, between men, don't become a train wreck. Give yourself the pity party time. Give yourself time to find yourself, but pick yourself back up, put yourself back out there, and don't rely on someone's external approval for your value.
And we're just talking about 3 women. We're not even talking about the men that this happens to, and there are plenty that have written in. So
are there?
We totally, yeah.
God, that's
we
good
totally
to know.
get it.
That's
we
good
totally
to know.
get
Okay.
it. So let's get into some show news here. We launched our fan page last night. So the show launched November 6th. The feedback has been tremendous.
Thank you so so much for watching. Everybody's been writing in and asking great questions and saying how much they love the show. Yay!
But now you can write into us at facebook.com/thegameovershow. So check that out for sure.
Please like us.
Because this originally was on my fan page and on Lisa's fan page, and now because of the feedback and people paying attention,
getting a lot of interest in Game Over TV. So thank you for being a part of that.
So let's talk about the subject at hand today.
Yes.
What women want. Let's talk about all of that. So in preparation for this, a few months ago, I had conducted a survey.
I love that you do these surveys because that's like real world firsthand.
Well, and it's real data, right? So all the women who went to facebook.com/theproblem-is-men, my fan page, and participated, very much appreciated. But I wanted to get into what, let's talk about Freud's question. I mean, Sigmund Freud said it clearly that, what do women want? And,
the age-old question.
Well, and so many men are like, they don't know what they want.
They want shoes, and we do. We like our shoes. Let me just say, fabulous, sparkly shoes. We love them. Thank you.
Well, but women want, and that's part definitely of what women want, right? But
I'm being,
but no, but you're right though. I mean, it's that kind of stuff. We're talking about inherent wants and needs, and I think that changes over time. No, I mean, do you want the same things today that you wanted at 20?
40. I'm 40. I admitted I'm 41, bitches. Deal with it.
But do you want the same things today that you did at 20?
No, thank God.
Right.
At 20, I wanted a lot of cocktails and a lot of boys. It was a good time from what I remember. Now I want a foot rub.
But your needs change over time, and that's where I think a lot of men get it wrong. That women's wants and needs are going to change on a day-to-day, weekly basis, just like guys' needs change.
Do men want to meet women's needs if they love them?
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so, but they don't know how to do it because it feels like a moving target so much of the time.
Oh, I can understand that, ladies, right?
Yeah, it does feel like a moving target. All you have to do is get somebody who's PMSing, and the whole target just fucking shifts like a mile and a half away.
PMS, yeah.
Yeah.
The Hubs has learned to deal with it, but you're still a little scared.
Oh, I'm terrified.
We're syncing up our cycles, so that'll be okay.
I'm working on it. So, survey with 1,000 women. What do women want? So, what do women look for in a man? Let's start there.
Okay.
So they start with, and this is from number 5 to number 1.
Okay.
They want somebody with a good income. Okay.
Can we further define that for a minute? Because I talk to a lot of single women who say they want a man who makes money, and I always say, well, do you want him to make $1 million and spend $2 million? Is that okay with you? So getting really clear about what a good income means.
That's a really good point. And what it really translates to is security.
We do want that.
It doesn't matter if it's $5 or $500,000. Yeah. Can we make the rent? Can we do all this? So that's number 5. So number 4, physical attractiveness. Sorry, it's just the way it is.
It's true.
You can't get away from what makes somebody else want you on a primal basis.
Right. But this isn't about you have to be super hot. This is about I need to feel attracted to you.
That's right.
And part of that is how you make me feel, but part of it is how you look. So yes.
And they were clear. It isn't washboard stomach, right? It's a combination of a variety of things that make these men attractive.
Booty bellies are nice. You get to rub them and your wishes come true. Not that the Hubs has one.
Well, to that end, I mean, number 3 is also part of it, and that's intelligence.
We do want that, don't we, ladies?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
If you're
Producer Fiona's nodding too. She's a smart girl. Woo woo.
Well, you can't have a guy who's got 9 inches limp, who's a box of rocks. That doesn't work out. Did I just
9
say that?
inches limp? Oh my God, we don't want our spleens pulled out. Holy shit.
Well, but that's my point, right? You got to have something, mental stimulation and mental and intelligent compatibility.
You said stimulation.
Right after 9 inches, sorry. Number 2.
That kind of a show, ladies and gentlemen. Street smart and oh so naughty sometimes.
They want a guy, number 2, to take charge, to lead.
Hell yeah.
Don't sit back and wait, and that doesn't mean to be a controlling douchebag who's going to be like, come here, bitch, do what I say. That's not the way it works.
That feels pretty real.
I channel my inner douchebag.
No, so here's what's important about the leadership piece is I know for me, and I talk to a lot of women who run their own businesses, we kick ass every day in business. When we come home, we want to be told we're pretty. We want to be told there, it's okay. And not in a demeaning way, but oh, honey, I went and conquered the world today. Please just tell me it's okay. So it is really nice to have a man who leads. That's very sexy.
Well, totally, and in the bedroom as well. And that was called out in the comments, right? Where you get these guys who they come home from work and then they expect everything handed to them. whether they're in a stay-at-home mom relationship or, well, dinner across the board. So they want leadership across the board, but they want equality. It's this careful little mix.
And I think this is so interesting. We've talked about this before about men and women and income.
Right.
And so this idea like leadership and equality, I think this is evolving in male-female relationships. And I'm really curious to hear from our watchers out there, our viewers, how you're handling this kind of delicate balance in leadership and equality in your relationship.
Sure. But the number one reason is love.
We want love.
They want to feel loved. They don't want to get love. They want to feel loved.
Important distinction.
Yeah, they want to feel valued. It has to translate, and that's tricky, right?
So what do you tell a man who says, I tell her I love her, I buy her things, but he doesn't make her feel loved? How does he make that transition?
Well, she has to start talking about what love equals to her.
Okay.
So love means different things to different people.
Yeah.
Some people, like, you do the dishes right after I cook, and oh my God, I feel so valued. Some people don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
What they really want is 10 minutes when you get home of complete, unadulterated time focused on me. How was your day? Don't pick up the paper. Don't look at your phone. Nothing. Like, how does it translate? So unless these guys are checking in with their girls and saying, you know, how do I show you? Talk to me about what you want.
Communication and what's the listening style?
Active listening and empathy.
I love that. Yep.
You want a whole bunch of, like, a laundry list of things that people were looking for?
Sure, we're running short on time, but I want to know this. Don't you guys want to know this? Yes.
They want their partner to talk with them, not at them.
Amen.
They want to be listened to, not merely heard.
Ooh, good distinction.
They want they want the freedom to be strong and bold without it being perceived as a threat.
Amen. That's my favorite so far.
I have a full list of these, by the way, if you head over to facebook.com/theproblemismen. Actually, we'll put this on the Game Over show.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let's put this over at facebook.com/thegameovershow, and I'll have a complete list of everything that talks about more than 5 minutes of foreplay, more than 10 minutes of foreplay.
Sometimes. Not always.
Sometimes, right? And to really feel desired, have a sense of humor. Like, there's a laundry list here. We will post that up for you.
Yay! I love this. Thank you. All this research is awesome. Thank you, everyone who participated in your research study, and thank you, Charles, for this awesome information.
And we are thrilled to have Your Tango as a partner of ours.
Ooh, let's talk about Your Tango.
Your Tango conducts a lot of surveys like this as well.
They do.
They have a lot of really good data and great experts, of which we are too, and we tell people.
YourTango.com.
Yeah, check
where
them out.
you can find them.
And they have everything, including some of the celebrity gossip that we were talking about today.
It's juicy over there sometimes. They've got video content, they've got articles, they've got links to all kinds of really good stuff, really good experts. Whether you're dating, divorced, single, looking for love, they've got you covered over there at Your Tango.
Definitely. So we're thrilled to have them. And now, at the back half of the show,
Your Live Love Advice. Why did I? All right, we are now at the back half of the show. We do live love advice. If you would like to submit a question to us, Charles, where did they go?
Go to facebook.com/thegameovershow, and we will get your questions live, and we will keep you anonymous, so don't worry.
Yep, and if you've already gotten advice from us, please check in with us and let us know how it's going.
And some people did start over on my fan page, so you can check in there too. We're checking all fan pages.
We are everywhere on Facebook.
January will make it much more succinct.
Yep. So this is from A.
Hi A.
Hi A, and she says, I'm not sure if this is really you, Charles. So I'm 18 years old and I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years. He's 21. We have a good relationship. Like everyone, we have our fights and problems. I'm writing because we have a problem. Porn. She doesn't understand why men watch porn.
Right, he's watching a lot of it, isn't he?
He's watching a lot of it, and he watches it more than we are. Okay, so he's watching more porn than they're actually having intimacy.
Right, and this is live, by the way, which is why we're reading these live. They come in right before the show, and we grab them here, which is why you hear us reading them this way.
Yep.
So,
all right, porn is a big topic on this show, and a popular topic with our audience. So, Charles, help a sister out.
Why do you guys like porn?
Well, we know why they like it, but How do you handle it if your man's watching more porn than having sex with you?
Well, that's where the issue comes
Yeah.
in. I mean, so, you know, you want to get down to brass tacks, like guys rubbing it out every day, every couple of days, every 10 minutes or so.
Rubbing it out.
Like, you know.
Oh, I have such a visual right now. Yikes.
It's normal, right? I mean, guys are
It's
guys.
normal and healthy,
right?
yes. So what happens when it interferes with your intimacy, though?
That's where the issue starts.
Yeah.
So why is he choosing porn over her? There could be a whole bunch of stuff, but it's
Yeah.
all on his side.
Well, but
he's-
she's also saying that she's busy, she comes home from a long day, she's tired.
but he's disconnecting,
Yes.
you know, and so maybe he's
To the
upset.
tango.
Maybe he's upset at all these things.
Yeah.
But he's not telling her, you know, I'm disconnecting from all this. I'd rather just work it out with no connection, no emotion, no nothing, because I'm not there with you because I'm so pissed off.
Okay.
So
So there's disconnection in their own relationship, and then he needs the release, so he'd rather just go to porn and have zero complications.
sure. Now there are some people who are addicted to pornography,
Yeah.
right? So that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But what she's describing is he's choosing porn and masturbation over intimacy with her.
So what can A do to kind of work on solving this?
Well, she can talk to him about it and
Okay.
be straight. Like, I really
And
want
not
to
in
get
the
to the
middle of
bottom
when
of
he's
this.
rubbing one out.
You like that?
It's just so graphic. It's cracking me up.
You'd
So-
want to. I mean, it's the elephant in the room, right? So you want to talk to him about
Trunk.
it, but at the end, but at the end, he's not going to be able to share it unless he wants to. You
Well,
know?
but it's not even about sharing it, it's about overcoming their intimacy issues. So
Yeah.
have the conversation, start the conversation, let him know where you're coming from, communicate your needs, see where he's coming from too, because this is a two-way street. Don't just be like, you're watching too much porn, because that's going to really make him defensive. So if
Why
you,
don't you jerk off all the time?
they say you're rubbing one out.
That won't work.
So this is definitely not a game over situation. You
No.
need to talk.
Yeah, and make it more about the relationship instead of attacking him about his porn habit. And
Yeah.
he'll open up to you, hopefully,
Yeah,
if you
don't
take
come on
that
the
approach.
defensive.
Yeah.
That's important. Good luck with that, and let us know how that goes. All right, this is from N.
Hi, Ann.
N says, my boyfriend and I have been together 12 months. We live 40 minutes away from each other. I rarely spend time with any of his friends, mainly because I work weekends. I finally got the chance to spend a weekend with him and his friends, and he tells me it's a boys' night. I've been asking him to include me with his friends in his life, and he says he will, but he hasn't yet.
Why doesn't he want you to meet his friends? 12 months?
12 months is a year.
Yes.
A year!
That's a long time.
Long time. And even if you're busy on weekends, that doesn't mean you can't be involved in his life. Is this a common thing with guys? Like, I've heard this before. Some guys don't like to mix their friends and their girlfriends.
Sure, I can hear that. I can hear that, where they have two sets of kind of personas, right?
They compartmentalize. We as women don't do that. We want you to meet all our friends.
Sure, but what concerns me about this is the distance between them and the secretive nature of it, right? So I'm not saying that it's game over, not at all.
But there are some red flags. is
Well,
what you're
it's
saying.
it's definitely a red flag. It's been 12 months, so where do you want the relationship going?
Ah.
You know, I mean, it's been a year, and you're not meeting anybody in his circle. So some people keep them separate, but you don't separate them to where nobody meets. Like, you end up knowing who
Right.
people's friends are.
Right.
But-
And you need to know that to know who that person is. So if
Sure.
he's hiding, if he's hiding people from you or hiding you from his peeps, I got a question about that.
Yeah.
But again, this goes back to conversation and being willing to have those difficult conversations that are sometimes scary because you don't want to be vulnerable. But if you, as Charles was saying, what do you want from this relationship? If you want the relationship to work, you got to talk about it.
You want me to take the next one?
Yes, they do.
Okay. So, this
Go
is from RNT.
Oh, two people.
I think this is one person with a
Oh.
couple's account on Facebook.
Okay. Hi,
Um,
R&T.
Been with my fiance for a year and a half. We've been through hell together. So keep fiance in the back of your head.
And held together.
He fantasizes on a regular basis about other women. Doesn't ever want to talk about our problems and chooses to stay at work rather than come home or invite me to lunch.
Wait, how does she know he fantasizes a lot about other women?
Because he tells her. Sometimes in bed.
Game over. All right, keep going.
I've tried a lot of different things, counseling, talking, spicing things up. I've tried it all to no available. I feel
Good for you for
unwanted,
trying.
worthless, and disgusting.
Okay.
He's never cheated. But done everything short of porn addict. Like, okay, so R&T, go ahead.
R&T. So first of all, This is on him. This is not about you. You are going into shame and blame mode. It's my fault. I'm not doing enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not attractive enough. That spiral can go down a hell of a long way.
Well, which is why you're trying anything and everything to recapture your self-worth. I mean, you're seeking validation and your self-worth in somebody who is not going to give it to you. That's what you're describing here, that you've
You
done
know
all
what's
this.
interesting, and I'm just going to call game over on this. The fact that you have a joint Facebook account tells me that there's some codependency going on here, and I got to call game over. Get your own account, get your own life, and if you can work it out with him, great. But if not, he's not sounding like somebody who lifts you up. He sounds like somebody that tears you down. So one, that's on him, but two, it's on you.
Right, you're dealing with this. I mean, you've told us that he fantasizes about his ex every time
Game
you guys
over.
are intimate.
Game effing over.
Right, porn addiction, lying about it all. I know you're rambling.
Fantasies are okay, but the fact that he's telling you about it, and
She's
then it's
call-
about his
no,
ex.
He's calling her his ex's name in bed.
Oh, game fucking over, honey.
Right, it's done.
Game over.
So-
Really good book, Codependent No More. It really helped me in my 20s. I hope it helps you, and game over.
Yeah, and the most alarming thing is the thing I asked you to put in the back of your head. Fiance. That means you're on the way to the altar? No.
Game
No.
over.
Based on what you've written here, I think our strong suggestion is game over.
And R&T, whether you're the R or the T, please let us know what's up and give us some more information and let us know how you do with this. Because I know it sucks to hear me say game over and be really harsh and callous, but the truth is you came to Street Smart Love Advice, so we're dishing it up straight.
You take H.
H. Ooh, H says, I was in a relationship, hi H,
Hi, H.
and it failed because I'm unable to control myself when I'm with someone. I always want someone else. I sometimes go, okay, so this is somebody who...
Sounds like fear of attachment.
Well, somebody who kind of bounces from person to person, and once you kind of capture them or conquer them or get them, you lose interest.
Right, so what do you, there's two things there, right?
Yeah,
If you don't want a relationship, great.
Don't be in one.
Be straight about it though,
Yeah.
right? So if you're going to date lots of people...
If you like flirting, if you like having fun, do it.
Yeah, you can kill all the guilt with their expectations and everything just by saying, I'm not available for a relationship and meaning it.
Yeah.
And then you're golden. Now,
Yeah.
if you do want to be with these people and you're self-sabotaging, then that's on her.
That is on you, and that requires some serious self-reflection to ask why you do it,
Right.
and then ask yourself how you can change your behavior if you want a relationship. But again, if you don't want one right now, don't apologize for that.
No,
Just
not
be
at all.
straight up with people. That's what we're saying today. Be straight up, whether you're straight or gay. We always say straight up, and it makes me feel like we're leaving the gays out.
We have one more.
Oh, one more.
One more.
Oh, go, sir.
So this is to S.
Hi, S.
26, been in a relationship with her partner for nearly 6 years. Relationship okay, but last year she's been changing and getting herself better as a person.
Oh, good for you.
So yeah, she's been doing a lot here.
Self-improvement.
Totally, and changed her job and changed her habits and all this great
Okay.
stuff. The problem is that her partner has become bitter and nasty and is not happy for her.
Oh, that's so hard when you evolve past somebody.
Yeah, it is tough, right? I mean, so every relationship, can I go on a tirade here? So every relationship
sir.
starts with an original agreement, right?
Yeah, I love that.
And then everybody kind of like does their thing. You end up going down this linear path. Every time there's something that happens in your life, somebody starts a class, somebody does something positive
Read the
themselves.
book. Yeah.
They go off in this direction. The other person can either choose to join them or choose to go away from them. And it happens throughout a long-term relationship. What you're describing is like this. And now he's not doing any of that self-improvement. In fact, you discussed here in the rest of your message into us about all this destructive behavior that he's doing. Like, you're going to outgrow him very quickly. So he needs to either get on board.
Did she say how old she is? 26?
She's 26.
Okay. Because typically this happens in your 20s. And it's okay. Like, one of the things that I really encourage people to get clear about is in your 20s, that's really where you're getting to know you. So don't tie yourself down to the wrong relationship. I'm not saying this is the wrong relationship, but it sounds like it is. It sounds like this is somebody who doesn't celebrate or support who you're becoming. And that's only going to get worse over time because trust me, in your 30s and 40s, you keep evolving.
Well, and this is the male figure in your 9-year-old son's life, by the way.
Oh.
So, right, I'll just
Is he the
throw in
father?
that unknown.
Okay.
Don't think so, but
Okay.
but doesn't specify that he is.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you're showing your kid.
Yeah, I mean, this is the example of a male figure that you're providing as a role model for your 9-year-old son. So.
Think about that too.
Yeah, my suggestion is to call game maybe, right? Like.
Game, maybe you're in limbo.
Yeah, get this guy to either get on board, or I think it's time to call it.
I agree.
If you have a question, visit us at facebook.com/thegameovershow.
Woohoo!
Give
Our
us your
new
question
fan page.
Anonymously, absolutely. And that's our show for today.
That is our show for today. A word to the wise, don't be a hot mess like Demi.
Right. Hot train wreck. Oh my God. Until tomorrow, I'm Charles J. Orlando.
I'm Lisa Stedman. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.